Hiya once again, Tim with Tim's Computer Repair. Another gaming desktop computer here. Issue with this, power's on, but it's not posting. I've done a few little things with the memory here, and I decided to fire up the camera to bring you guys along for the ride here. So this is a Lenovo desktop computer here, a Lenovo Legion. It's a few years old, and it's shipped to the customer with these RAM sticks here. These are 8 gig each, PC4 RAM, 16 gigs altogether. Customer upgraded the RAM with 2 more 16 gig kits of Crucial. As you can see, this installed here, and these were installed respectively together. So she had 4 sticks, and it was working for several months. Recently she lost video, so she's taken several steps to try to rectify it. She was assuming it was the memory. She started flip-flopping the memory and resetting the BIOS, and still has no post. So this ends up on my bench. So I've got everything plugged in at the moment. I'm going to take you kind of back through what I've done. I've removed these 2 sticks of RAM. I'm going to go ahead and power this on. And fans start spinning up. You can't see it, but it is. Fans are spinning. This fan's spinning. And then we get, so far, absolutely nothing on the display, but we do get the RGB lights lighting up there, but we have no display. As you can see there, no display. So I'll show you what it does when I add the original sticks in there. So I'm just going to power this down. Let's just remove, I'm going to drain the capacitors, of course. Nothing residual. Remove these 2 sticks of RAM. We'll put in these originals. All right, originals are in. So let's go ahead and power this on now once again. Again, we got fans spinning. We got the RGB lights coming on, and we have absolutely no post. Let's power this off. Drain the capacitors. I'm going to remove 1 stick of RAM. Let's just remove this one. Just process of elimination here. Plug it back in. Power it on. See if we get any difference of different results. And basically, we do not. Same results. No post. All right, I'm going to try one more thing. Shutting that down. Drain the capacitors. I'm going to move this over to another slot. I'm going to move this over to the closest slot to the processor. Plug it in. Power it up. Well, now why are we getting 2 beeps with that RAM being plugged into that slot? Strange. Unplug it. Drain the capacitors. Now I had it plugged into here originally with no beeps. Go back and move that over to this slot. Just for giggles. That is in there properly. Plug it in. Power it on. Oh, wow. 2 beeps. Still no post. Do we get the RGBs coming on? Let me see. We do not. We do not get the RGBs coming on. That's very, very, very interesting. Okay. Nope, no post, no RGB. Get 2 beeps. That's when they're in slots DIMM 3 and in DIMM 1 slots, 1 and 3. 2 and 4. Unplug it. Drain capacitors. Plug this in, put this back into, let's just do slot number 4. We've already did slot 2. Alright, plug it in, power it on. No beeping. And we get RGB. So something about plugging that into DIMM 1 and DIMM 3 throws up some kind of a beep code and no RGBs. Put the RAM in slots 2 and 4, you get no beeps, but you get the RGBs. Interesting. That kind of makes me want to lean towards the motherboard actually. What I may do is go ahead and remove the processor and remove the video card and mount those onto my test motherboard, known good motherboard, and use the existing RAM here to see if I can get a post. I'm leaning towards the motherboard with the odd way the RAM slots are doing here, but you can never assume in this business, so we have to thoroughly test everything. So let's get those items mounted onto a known good motherboard and see what the results are. This is really interesting here. Take off this heatsink, and Lenovo has put this crazy rubber whatever around it. Does that come off? I'm having a hard time even getting that off of there. Let's see. Wow. Wonder why. Look at that. Never seen that before. It's on there really good too. Right. It's kind of sticky at the bottom. So it's meant to be kind of stuck on there like that. Interesting. That's weird. I guess the only thing I can assume is that they were trying to keep the thermal material from oozing down around the edges. I don't know. I really don't see. Anyways, it's an AM4 socket. I don't know exactly the processor itself, so let me take a little bit of that thermal material off of there just to get an idea. It's an AM. I can't quite read it. So Ryzen 7 5700G is what that is. Okay, I'm going to get that into my known good motherboard. All right, we now have the 5700G mounted in my known good motherboard. Put this back plate on here. Now I'm just going to use, I'm not going to worry about cleaning the thermal material and all that off of this. Okay, because all I want to do is see a post. It's not going to stay on that long. I just want to see a post. And I'm going to use a stock AMD heatsink. Again, just enough time to see it post. Let's use her original sticks of RAM, shall we, just to start off with. So, before we put the video card in here, it's always best to reset the CMOS, since we just put a new processor, a different processor in here. I did clear the CMOS. All right, let's get the video card installed. Wow, okay. Right, so we got the video card on here now. Just going to get our bench power supply, and we'll get it checked out. Okay, we have everything hooked up here. The original video card, the original memory, and the original processor Let's see if we can get this to post. Okay, it's powered on. I'm waiting to see a post here. Okay, the fan is changing RPMs. I can see it, so that's a good sign. Changing speed again, the fan is, and again. So we have no post. Got the fans on the video card spinning. No post. Interesting. All right. We'll shut that down. Let me go ahead, I guess we'll try to another video card. Let's go down that route. Could have been the video card the whole time, maybe. There's only one way to find out. Let's put a known good video card in here. Okay, known good video card is now installed. Let's see if we get a post now. Okay, it's up, it's running. Oops, well, you know what? It might help if I plug in the monitor. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Known good video card installed. Waiting to see if we get a post. And we still get no post. Wow. Wow. Okay. Now we're starting to get interesting, huh? Let's target that RAM again. Power down. Okay, I tell you what. Instead of me goofing around with these existing RAM sticks, I'm going to take both of these out. This is my known good RAM. So I'm going to use this because I know for a fact it's good. Give her some power. Let's power it on. See if we get a post. Waiting. Okay, guys. Still no post. So I do know this motherboard, my motherboard here has the latest BIOS. So I know it's not like a BIOS problem about the processor not being recognized. This is very interesting because now I'm slightly leaning pretty hard on it being the actual processor, which is rare. But I'm going to confirm. I think I'm going to put my known good processor in the customer's motherboard and see if we get any kind of a post there. All right, so let's do that now. Well, I'll tell you what, though, since I have her stuff still out, since I have the customer's items out of her computer, I'm going to go ahead. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put in my known good Ryzen 3 processor back in here. I'm going to do that because I know that processor is good, and I'm just going to confirm that all her memory works and that her video card works. Before I go putting things in the customer's old motherboard, let me just test the rest of her parts here just to confirm. Okay, let's do that now. Tim's computer.
Yes, I was calling to see if you guys could, I guess, repair the touchscreen laptops.
If you could text me those pictures, I can let you know if I can replace that or not.
Yes, I can definitely do that.
I guess we're still rolling? Yeah. Out comes the Ryzen, oh, it's a Ryzen 7 5700G. Oh. So I've got my original Ryzen 3 processor in here, my known good one, and of course I get a post. So, you know, I'm going to go in here just to triple check, make sure I got the right BIOS in here. Let me go down to here. You want to make sure you got the right BIOS. I'm pretty sure I do. This is a BIOS version F55. Let me pause you guys and let me look that up, and then I'm going to make note of it. Just as I originally thought, this BIOS version here is the latest BIOS version, and it will support that Ryzen 7 processor. So really, it's kind of looking like it's the CPU. What I'm going to go ahead and do, since I have this up and running, is I'm going to go ahead and install the customer's graphics card and test their RAM also, just to confirm that all that's good. You know, see if we can get that to post. And if that posts, that means that we have definitely narrowed it down to the processor. But let's see how that goes. Now we see this is the original graphics card from the customer's computer, and we have a post. So graphics card most likely is okay. Check. Let's go through the memory. Okay, we've got the 2 original sticks of memory that shipped with the customer's Lenovo computer, 16 gigs, 2 8 gig sticks. It's posting. Check. Let's test these other 2 RAM sticks, and then we can move forward. We're getting closer. Okay, now we have the 2 newer sticks of RAM that she had purchased for her Lenovo computer. And those are installed now, and check. It posts. So we are definitely looking like her processor's bad. Definitely looking like that. I'm going to take this one step further. We're going to take this known good processor and these known good parts and install them on the Lenovo motherboard. See if we get a post. If we get a post, then we definitely know that without a shadow of a doubt that she's got a bad processor. So let's get all that swapped out. Okay, we have our known good processor. The i3 is in here. The 2 original sticks of memory, which we know are good. The i3 that we have in here we know is good. We just saw it running on the other motherboard. We know the video card's good. I have cleared CMOS. That's very important when swapping chips. Everything's plugged in. Let's see if we can get this to post. There we go. We got our fan spinning now. Now, will we get a post? That is the magic question. Sometimes it takes a little bit. And it doesn't look like we're going to get a post. So, we could very well have a motherboard problem also. But we're not going to totally eliminate that because we need to make sure that the power supply is okay. So I'm going to power this down, and I'm going to get my test power supply, and we are going to put known good power to this computer for the once and final verdict. Okay, everybody, got the known good power supply hooked up to this now. Got power to it. Let's go ahead and press the power button. And let's see if we get a post. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Well, well, well. It's not looking good. Not looking good. And we have no post, even with known good power, everybody. So there you go. You know, it appears, or we have just confirmed actually, that she has a bad motherboard and a bad processor. That is not good, but we've tested about as far as we can go. Known good components are in this motherboard right now. Known good processor, known good RAM, known good video card. Now we got known good power. You know, we've cleared the CMOS. We've unplugged everything from the motherboard. Yeah, so everyone, that's, you know, pretty much how you thoroughly test components to figure out which parts are good, which parts are bad. We have determined that the motherboard and processor and this unit here have failed. Now, the processor could have failed. The motherboard could have went out and took the processor out with it. This is a proprietary motherboard, so you can see there it's got a Lenovo stamp right there. You can see it. Yeah, Lenovo stamp. So, you know, it's probably a proprietary case. Probably a regular motherboard probably wouldn't fit in here. So, don't know. We troubleshot it. It's a shame. 3060, I'd imagine this computer might be maybe 3 years old, maybe 4, maybe. Yeah, no good. It's no good. So, there's nothing else further we could try. I hope somebody learned something from this video. But you want to be sure to thoroughly test all the parts so you know exactly what is going on. This customer had just went out and bought RAM and was just guessing and changing parts, but it was to no avail. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'm Tim with Tim's Computer Repair. See you soon.